here, DIYer behind lemon-thistle.com, and today I am excited to share my fall home with you guys. This year is extra fun because I am joining with my friend Lindy from Love Create Celebrate, and we are hosting the first My Seasonal Home Fall Home Tour 2019. So we have invited anyone that wants to join in to share their home with us as well, and we're gonna put them all on a playlist so you can hop through and check all of those out. But before we do that, let's check out mine. Last year, I skipped over the fall home tour altogether because we were in full-blown renovation mode. We didn't have all of our floors down. Our kitchen was just barely not finished, and it just didn't happen. So I'm excited to be back with a fall home tour this year, although I still had a hard time getting motivated to clean my house enough to tour you guys around. Cleaning with kids is hard. But I chose to treat myself. I got this flower arrangement from one of my favorite florists in town, and that gave me the motivation to get my house cleaned so that I could show you guys these pretty flowers. But anyways, if you haven't been to one of my home tours before, I've been doing them over on my blog for years now. One of my favorite ways to make things look like fall is to go and cut some branches down, go and cut some flowers out of my dad's garden, and just put them all over my house. And then I do like pumpkins, but I'm not a huge fan of orange, so I tend to stick away from those. This is it. This is all I do. I don't go crazy overboard. And I also couldn't find my bin of fall decor, so I really didn't go overboard. It's somewhere. It's in storage. I'm sure of it. So, alright, before we get started, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would so love if you did that below so you don't miss out on any more DIY or home decor videos. Let's do it. All right, so if you have seen any of my home tours before, I keep it pretty minimal for seasonal decor. I love to add in seasonal foliage and maybe a couple seasonal decorative items, but that's about it. I don't go and swap everything out. I don't have fall pillows or spring pillows or anything like that. And I think that it helps that my decor is relatively neutral, so it can play really well in all seasons. But let me show you what I do have. So here in the living room, other than this beautiful floral arrangement that I showed you in the intro, I have a little leather pennant over on the wall above my plants. And then I have a couple more fall candles, a couple little floral arrangements, and mini boo pumpkins. Those will be seen in every part of my house, I feel like. Those are my things. Little tiny pumpkins, more flowers, more branches, maybe some hand-lettered signs. So also on the console where I keep all of my plants, I have a mini pumpkin here. I added in kind of a purpley colored fake eucalyptus branch. I normally just have the regular green eucalyptus. I felt like that was kind of fall vibes. And then I have this fall acrylic sign that I made. I will link the DIY tutorial for that below. I'll also link the DIY tutorial on that leather pennant. That's an easy one to make as well. If you don't typically have like blankets and furry things like that, that is a great thing to throw in when fall hits too. It's cozy and feels pretty fall-like, I think. You'll also see on this plant console here that I have my diffuser. I really love diffusing different scents for the different seasons. Over on the mantle, same thing, got some pumpkins, got some branches. I have some clippings from my neighbor's yard as well as some eucalyptus in this tall vase. I switch whatever is in that vase out seasonally, whether it be faux or whether it be real. And then because I couldn't find the hand-lettered pumpkin that I'd made a couple years ago in my box of missing decor, I went and bought this other pumpkin. This is like a fake wood pumpkin, and I love the texture that it has on it. Down on the hearth, I also have this faux heirloom pumpkin, which lasted about 2 weeks before my child broke it. He broke a plastic pumpkin somehow, guys. Just smashed it on the floor. So that's fun. I also love to change over my letterboard in the entryway. I do this for every season. I think that it is a fun thing to see right as you walk into the house. Sometimes I will do funny, clever sayings, but for now I put this beautiful quote app about fall. And then I also swapped out the wreath in the entryway from a bright green leafy wreath that I had to this kind of champagne leaf wreath. And this one is actually a Christmas garland that I got from Canadian Tire a few years ago. And for really minimal wreaths, I love taking garlands and just wrapping them a couple times and calling it a wreath. This wreath has been decor in my bedroom in our last house and decor at our front door. I mean, I love it, and for the price of a garland, it's pretty good. I'm not going to talk a lot about the furniture or decor pieces that I have in here. If you are interested in any of those, I do have room reveals for most of these spaces, so I'll link those down below in case you're looking to find any of the information on that. Alright, so apparently I took lots of footage of my living room and very little of my kitchen and dining room. But over in the kitchen dining room, same thing. I have a couple of vases of brush cuts. Most of these ones, all of these ones are actually just from my dad's garden. I love to go over there and raid his garden. And then I bought a bag of those mini boo pumpkins that you can get at the grocery store. I got mine from Superstore for like $3 for 5 of them. They're pretty affordable. And I popped those on my open shelves beside my plants and all over the place. And then the other thing that I like to do seasonally in the kitchen is to switch out my watermelons and bananas in my bowls and tuck those like in the cupboards and buy some squash. And I eat them when they start to get a little bit iffy. And then I go and buy more squash because I love the way that it looks. And I love eating it, so it's a win-win. Last thing that I did in the kitchen, and I don't do this every season, but I had made these line art leaf SVG files. I like illustrated them and they're listed in my shop. And so when I was picking out a tea towel for this home tour, I decided that I just had to make one right now. So in the bedroom, same thing. I don't add much for fall decor. I did add a couple of those little tiny pumpkins, and I added another small acrylic sign in here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more DIY or home decor videos. Plus, if you're looking for more fall home decor inspiration, there is a whole playlist of beautiful home tours, so make sure that you hop around and check those out. We'll see you guys next time. It is not sweater weather, but I'm wearing a sweater because it's a fall home tour.